Hi everyone, Kasey Thompson here. I just had an amazing vision that I wanted to share with you guys, so I'm going to jump right into it. In this vision, I saw groups of people, and they had gathered around, and I saw on the top of the hill there was Moses, and he was talking to these people. And I saw that at the end of him talking to them, that all the people called him Christ. Then I saw what appeared to me to look like Buddha, and he was teaching his people as well. And then I saw Indian looking, look like Krishna. Then I saw what appeared to be Gandhi. I saw Muhammad. And then I saw what appeared to me kind of Romanish, so it looked like Socrates. Then I saw Confucius. And then finally this vision goes back to where I see Jesus, and he's speaking to a large mass of people. And each of these people that I saw had a lot of followers and a lot of people listening to them. But I noticed one common thread among all of the people that I saw in these visions. And that was that all of their followers would call them Christ. So I asked my angels why so many different people through time were called Christ, because the way I was raised there was just one Christ, so I was a bit confused. So I'd asked my angels for some clarification, and my angel said, Kasey, it's important to remember that the word Christ is not a last name, it's a title with deep meaning. My angel said Jesus's given name was Yeshua, and that is Aramaic, which was the language that Jesus spoke, which is the Hebrew equivalent of Joshua, which means Yahweh saves. It also means God is salvation. Then my angel said the English Jesus is a translation of the Greek Jesus, which in turn comes from Jeshua. My angel said, growing up, the people around Jesus would have called him Yeshua of Nazareth, or they might have called him Jesus the Nazarene. They even said sometimes people may even would have called him Jeshua, son of Joseph, or Jesus, son of Joseph, being called after his father's name. My angels then said, as Jesus grew older, his followers, his disciples, and others addressed him as, or before his disciples, people that followed him before he got too big would call him Rabbi. And this was to acknowledge his role as a spiritual teacher and interpreter of the law, which goes on to prove Jesus' wisdom and authority in revealing divine truths. My angel said much later, people would even call him Messiah. And the word Messiah is the Hebrew word meaning the anointed one. Then finally, much later, people would call him Christ, which is the Greek equivalent of Messiah. So I found that very interesting. My angels then said, lastly, Jesus was known as the Son of God. Why is this? They said because it showed his divine nature and unique relationship with God the Father, pointing out his identity as being of the same essence as God, which they pointed out is a direct manifestation of the divine. Son of Man emphasizes his humility and identification with all people. So I found that very interesting. And also, my angels added, when Jesus had his disciples and others that were around recognized his authority and divinity, so they started calling him Lord. So in the end, that was what he was called. So I found it interesting that the term Christ isn't a last name, it's Christ consciousness. I'm going to follow up this video with another video on Christ consciousness, where I had another vision regarding what that is. So stay tuned, and that should be out in the next few days. Please like, share, and follow. God bless. Love you all.